Frequently during the summer I go on a bike or run and I'm carrying a bag in the initial part of the journey, but in the second part I don't want to, but I can lock up my bike, but I can't lock up a bag. So I'd like to create some sort of way to cover for these backpacks to camouflage them so I don't see them. And as you can see, these backpacks, like this is one I'll commonly be using. It's yellow, it's pretty big, like it doesn't blend in very well, and I haven't found camouflaging it to be very effective. If I'm gathering materials to cover over it, it requires a lot of material. So I'd like to make a piece of fabric, cloth, and build it into kind of something that can go over this, that, although won't work perfectly with a little bit of surrounding material, can make it blend in very well. To make this, I plan to use this kind of brown, it's some old curtain material we found at a yard sale. Material is kind of the base, because I think it matches fairly similar. It's not like a single color, and it kind of some variation. It's similar to the brown leaves that are mostly cover the ground during most seasons of the year, during the spring and summer, and even into the fall when I'm mostly going to be using this. And this material is kind of an outer shell base for the backpack in the base cover, and then using maybe some greens, maybe some different color browns, maybe even some more of these to kind of break up just this single color and blend it into a little more natural setting. I want something that generally represents this backpack. I need the backpack to fit inside of this. So I need the material to be able to fit in that. And then I also want not just like a tight shell around this, but a lot of baggy material on the outside, so it doesn't just look super like a backpack. It kind of can blend in. I want to make it clear that the level of camouflage I want is to make the backpack not be able to be seen by someone not looking for it when I've chosen a good spot and used local vegetation or leaves to break up the shape. My goal for this cover is to hide the color and exact shape of the backpack. This is not designed to provide super good camouflage. So I've got what I think will be kind of my prototype design. I've got it pinned up. And there is this kind of gap at the bottom, but if you turn it over, it doesn't show because that will be against the ground. And maybe I want to have a covering there so I don't have to have my backpack up against the ground, but that can come at a later date. And these corners I'll bring out, and I was thinking it could look kind of weird to have them so square, but I think it'll be okay just because I can tuck them under, and hopefully I can find like a little depression to put this in so it doesn't stick up. I had originally thought that this cover would have a lot of extra material to really disguise the lines of the backpack. But as I worked on it, I realized that if I were to use the cover, I would have to carry that extra material with me, and I would be less likely to carry the cover if it took up more space. This less good camouflage just means that I need to find better spots or spend more time using the local material. So I've finished this backpack cover, and I think it turned out pretty good. You can see on this side, but that will be facing down, and I'll add a little name tag and explaining what this is, just so if people do discover it, that they don't, they just have an idea of why I'm doing this and why it's there. Now that the snow is melted and the vegetation is coming back, I sewed this up in March. I get to test it out. In each of these photo series you will see the backpack camouflaged with the addition of natural vegetation, just with the cover, and then just by itself. These obviously must be within the view of the camera, but if I was actually trying to hide the backpack, I would ideally choose a place that is out of the line of sight of where people would likely be. I was pretty happy with the results of this testing. Even though the backpack cover itself was a little bit too dark, with some of the greens and lighter natural vegetation, it really made it camouflaged and really not easy to see